3, 2.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monologue night as part of NYT's Made by Members Festival. These are all original pieces that everyone has created based around the theme of freedom. So we hope that you enjoy.
Hello, my name's Lola. I'm in Cardiff. This monologue was inspired by what I wish I'd said when I quit my job. John, I can't work here anymore. It's just not for me. I'm not built for it. Forcing a smile for the customers has now become the single most strenuous activity in my poxy little life, and it's becoming more and more difficult to comprehend why they get to see me smile as well as being waited on hand and foot, as if that wasn't enough for them already. My smiling muscles are now so tender that I have to rest them when my shift ends, meaning my friends don't get to see what I look like. I'm miserable. And what's more, I cannot bear sharing another tip with Martin. It is an injustice. I think you should know that this morning, a customer beckoned Martin over, held up her plate and asked, "Excuse me, is this creme fraiche?" And Martin replied saying, "Yes, it is fresh. We don't serve out-of-date products." The boy doesn't know what creme fraiche is, and he's been here longer than me. And John, I hope you believe me when I say it goes against all my instincts to be a telltale, but I can't keep this knowledge to myself. It's burning a sizable hole in my brain. Last week, I witnessed Martin shoot a snot rocket from his nose into the sink. And that's the cold, hard truth. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Do what you will with that information. For those reasons, I'm out. I am out. Thank you.
Hiya, my name is Scarla. I am from East London, and this is a monologue called Everything But the Kitchen Sink, about finding freedom in being tied down. I like being tied down. No, gosh, no, sorry. I didn't mean that. I mean, the things that tie me down make me feel safe, grounded, family, friends, plants and pets. I think that most people believe being free, and I mean properly free, is to be unattached, unencumbered. I fear that I would float away across the sky, across space, off into nothing. Oh, no, no, I like being tied down. I am happily encumbered. I got to be home by 6 to feed the cat. I always carry a map and my bag is always overpacked. My handbag weighs a ton, but you know what? If you need a plaster, pen, pin or pad, honey, I got you covered. Need a snack? A charger for your knack? Or a sack to pack your shopping in? Of course I got a spare. Need a hair tie? Some lipstick to impress that guy? Or even something to fix your broken fly? Baby, I got 'em all. Because that is what freedom means to me. Being prepared for every eventuality.
Hi, my name is Catriona Chandler. I'm from Liverpool, and this monologue is inspired by growing up in Liverpool and having strict parents, although they weren't this strict. Okay, so here's the plan. Everybody I know is going to the beach tomorrow. Literally everybody. people from my school, people from my old school, people from the boys' school across the road, my second cousin and her cool friends. Someone will bring a huge speaker, start a giant fire, and it will be amazing. I just have to be there. But there's one slight problem. My parents are the strict parents. So if I even mentioned the idea of the beach, a place where good-for-nothings and scallies hang out, I would be grounded before the words even left my lips. So, me and my best friend Libby have created a plan. There are three main reasons why Libby is the perfect accomplice for this mission. 1, our mums aren't friends. They're not like enemies, but they've never exchanged the same phone number at the same parent board meeting. 2 and 3, because these are kind of linked, Libby will not be able to attend this colossal social event due to, unfortunately, falling down a flight of stairs and breaking her leg and her phone. Yeah, breaking her phone. So, this is what we're going to do. I will call my mum while she is at work, asking if it's okay if I can stay at Libby's house. She will say yes on 2 conditions. 1, I get her Libby's mum's phone number, and 2, I send a photo proving I'm at Libby's house. Yes, she is that strict. Libby will use the new phone number from her new phone, pretending to be her own mum, to text my mum, saying I'm safe and sound in the house. Libby will then take a photo of herself lying in bed with her broken leg and shot, a photo that looks like I have taken it. I will forward this on to my mum and voila, I'm at Libby's house. Meanwhile, I will be on the train on the way to the beach, bottle of Tesco's own vodka in hand, little denim shorts, just a bikini top, winged eyeliner painted on perfectly, ready to breathe in the fresh smell of freedom. Libby breaking her leg was the best thing that happened to me.
Hiya, my name's Ashley, I'm in London. My monologue is about trying to claim a space that was once shared when you've lost the other person, and sometimes some freedoms are sort of forced upon us. Thank you. I am staring at my new see-through linen curtains from my bed again. I'm watching the Ocado delivery man go to my neighbour's door and drop off their food. Someone walks past, staring down at his phone, noticing nothing around him, and I'm still here. I'm trying to appreciate my room. I just got rid of these red slat blinds that dragged you down every time you saw them, with an aesthetic that refused to believe it's not the 90s anymore. And now I have white curtains, and this is better. I can feel how much lighter it is in here, and my houseplants are happier too. But all I can think about is that when this was my mum's bedroom, the walls were blue and she liked the blinds. But I am on a mission to redecorate this flat that has not changed since I was 10. We never had much money, so paint and furniture was just sort of picked up along the way. You can tell if she found something at a flea market because it doesn't quite match the fabric sofa she bought on sale or the second-hand rug. And I'm just telling myself I'm modernising it a bit. I just sold these 2 chairs on Gumtree on a whim for a bit of cash, and after the couple had come to pick it up, I just stopped in the hallway and realised I felt like I had betrayed her. I hated the chairs. They were this patchwork fabric and not that comfortable, but she was so proud when she brought them home, and now I just sold them. I tried to convince myself that this was a good way to claim the space for myself, to allow myself to feel free to let her go a little. But now I'm sat in my room, staring at the curtains, watching people walk past outside, and I'm still here. Mourning the blue walls and red blinds. And I miss the feeling of this being our space that we created together, because now it's just mine, and I think I let too much of her go.
Hi, I'm Ben and I'm from Durham. And this piece is about the kind of melancholy freedom of losing someone that you love. It's weird, actually. People expect me to be broken or in some period of mourning, and I'm not. It's been 3 weeks and I haven't cried once. And my family just stares at me all the time, and I'm not sure if it's out of anger or concern, but what's it got to do with them? She was the most amazing person in my life. We went all over. Oh God. This one time we went up to one of the top of the peaks in the Lake District, just the two of us. We'd run off from mum and dad and just raced each other up there. And when we got to the top, we stayed there all day. Wind blowing through our hair, literally on top of the world. That was what freedom felt like. But she'd be back to her normal self the second anyone else was nearby. And I hated her for that. But I'm not sure if the person she was with me was all an act, because I've never seen anyone that happy. And it made me happy to know that that's how I made her feel. Either that or she played the part pretty well. I have all sorts of memories of her like that, but thinking about them just makes me laugh. I'm obviously not happy that she's gone, but I think I find it just weird that those things actually happened and I didn't just dream them all up. Although I do think that about dreams a lot. How it's easier to imagine something than to actually do it. And how maybe she felt like that whenever she was with me, that it was easier pretending to be okay than to actually do it. I get that sometimes. But how do you respond when someone like that just leaves you without you letting them go? I suppose it's easier that way because then you aren't just waiting for it. But then why do I just feel nothing? I feel like the person she was pretending to be with me, but I'm not pretending. I feel like there's constantly wind in my hair and I'm on top of the world from way down here. And I hate myself for it, but I think I just feel free.
Hi, my name's Daisy. I'm currently in Southwest London, and my monologue was inspired by ice creams and warm days like today. So I hope you enjoy. 99, like the ice cream, in the park on a warm day, carefree. The ice cream van singing at the side of the road. Kind eyes, wide smile, a million choices to make, red or blue. Ice creams covered in sticky sauce and sprinkles. It's happiness. It's life. Ice cream, you scream, you'll scream for ice cream. But the ice cream van drives off. And suddenly, I'm no longer getting overpriced ice cream in the park from a van. In fact, I'm never really in the park, even on warm days. And 99 is too close to 100 to be happy. Everyone always talks about 100. Give 100%, 100%, 100%. No one's ever happy with 99. It's too close. When I turn 100 and I get my letter from the Queen, I'm going to burn it. I'd rather she sent it when I was 99. Sometimes I feel like a 99 and all I need is a flake. I mean, what if I could be her again? Skipping and jumping and not caring about tomorrow or tomorrow's tomorrow and not worrying about yesterday and yesterday's yesterday. But I can't. I'm not her. I feel like I'm old and I want to be young, and I feel like I'm young and I want to be old, like I'm trapped by a number. And all I want is to be sat on a bench on a warm summer's day, carefree, eating overpriced ice cream with a flake. So maybe, if the sun comes out, I'll find a bench and eat ice cream until I'm sick. Thank you.
Hiya, I'm Nay. I'm in Geneva, and this is my piece Chest Weight, which is about how life stuff can affect us physically. I have this weight in my chest, like someone's physically pushing down on me. Tiny hands that live under my skin are keeping my blood from pumping and my lungs from breathing. Cigarette smoke, it's caught up in me, intoxicating me, like some evil rabbit has chosen my chest for her kid's birthday party, and hundreds of bite-sized bunnies are bouncing on me, cracking the skin of my body in
forcing my breath to be heavy, inducing my anxiety, and I can't stop them. And everyone's watching me breathe irregularly. Grief? Could it be the loss of a loved one's loved lost one recently? His death is cracking my ribs and my heart is running away from me completely, leaving my body, going to find my best friend so that she can have all of the love in the world. My best friend who's lost her brother. But now I'm left completely empty. A hole where my heart should be, keeping my blood from pumping, my lungs from breathing. And it could also be my identity who has been questioning me, pounding me, kicking me for so long, and he's finally accepting me, or I'm finally accepting him. And all of this stuff, all of this conscious thought has submerged itself through my brain, my subconscious, shoved itself down my throat, my esophagus, and lodged itself in my chest, right beside my bronchi, hugged by cigarette smoke and leftover chest infection. And now I can feel it, sneaking its way to the pit of my stomach, lounging around and mocking me. And I feel so dizzy, uneasy, like a big snake is squeezing me around the waist, numbing me, trying to kill me. Looking in the mirror is painfully queasy because I feel disconnected from my body, like those tiny hands that live under my skin are pulling the life from underneath me and regurgitating it into imagery in my brain that stops me from sleeping because my mind, he's thinking, I've got to get free, clear myself of this ecstasy that is obsession. Now I must perform an important surgery with little eyebrow tweezers and remove those tiny hands that live underneath my skin so that I can breathe. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm currently in Newbury in Berkshire, and my piece is about what inevitably happens when you bottle up emotions and people for too long. To be honest, I'm exhausted. I just feel a bit emptier somewhere in my ribcage. I think if I had to place it. I miss stupid things like trips to the big Sainsbury's, or train station meal deals, or complaining about cinema overpricing. Upon reflection, it does sound like I just miss food, but I miss people. I miss Katie the Depot model. I miss Robert, I know. I miss... Wait, do you remember that busker on Main Street that only ever plays Despacito? Yeah, even him. People are just... And I know I'm a massive wet wipe, but they're really, really great. They're so great that I think maybe I'd just go and snog them all after this. No exceptions. I'm not joking. I'll be there when you least expect it, around the back of Waterstones or something, just snogging the living daylights out of you. Sorry, that's not an expression, is it? I get a bit sometimes, you know, especially now with all this, my head is so full of stuff and I wouldn't want it like that. Not with you. Because I've thought about it. Have you? No, ignore that, please ignore that. That was, okay, well, hole has officially been dug, so... I thought at first something romantic. A field somewhere, some stars. Not just like grass, but, you know, a whole picnic setup. Blanket and sausage rolls and everything. Kind of quiet and peaceful, I guess. But then I think maybe the reason why I am shooting myself in the foot right now saying this to you is that actually I wouldn't want it at us. To be some kind of secret. I'm really, really bored of secrets, to be honest. So actually, middle of the street on a Saturday afternoon, with a fucking disco ball. That's how I want it to be.
Hi, my name is Fanny. I'm from Herefordshire, and my monologue is about all of the women in history who've had their autonomy taken away from them. Do you know what God tastes like? When you climb willows and water tanks until the houses look like nothing, and you open your mouth to the 40-mile-an-hour wind and you swallow. That's the taste of God. And when you swallow, your nerves prick up, and that's when you become God. And it feels like everything you were always meant to be. And you feel like your spine might leap out of your body, but it doesn't, because your spine is the spine of God, and it was made to withstand everything that has ever been pushed on you. And it can handle this. Once you become God, there is no coming back. If you walk through hotel corridors next to people that you know are nothing, your heart might stop and you breathe like your life depends on it. The sermons and the speeches, the songs you sing to people, you'll never get to give them. And even if you did, nobody would listen because you're a green girl. People don't want to take me seriously. Because if you started to treat me seriously, you'd see me everywhere. And you'd never be able to stop. And you'd see me in the eyes of all the women that you hate, because I am Ophelia and I am Eliza and I am the water and I am God. And how long do I have to stay drowned before someone notices that I'm in pain because I am trapped in a play? And there are people watching me. And I don't know how to leave and save myself. And I will have to save myself because no one will do it for me. The waters will get too dark and too murky, and I won't be able to pull myself up anymore, and I will drown, and I will taste God, and I will taste the water and the freedom. But the freedom comes with an aftertaste of everybody's eyes on me. My body in the water will be blanched, and everything of who I was and what I stood for and my color and myself has been blanched off. They will eat my heart, and they will tear my limbs off, chew at my flesh until only the bone is left, and they will suck my marrow out to satisfy their hunger. And when that's all over, they will wash my blood off their teeth with the water that I rotted in. It will never be enough. I will never be free of them. What I wanted in death was freedom. Control, even if the only way to control my life was to end it. And even if the only freedom I'd ever get was the freedom that death provided, but you couldn't even give me that. My blood is down your throat, and you have consumed me. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Amy, yes, and I'm currently in North Norfolk, and my monologue that I've written is about a granddaughter visiting her grandma in hospital who's suffering with Alzheimer's. I keep having these recurring dreams where you're there and I'm there and we're just sitting at home somewhere, and then suddenly you're gone. You die. And you'd think I'm having a nightmare, but I'm not. Because this huge bag of rocks that's been sitting on my shoulders is suddenly not there anymore, and I feel free. And I hate myself for feeling like this, but then I wake up and that huge bag of rocks is still sitting on my shoulders. And I realise I want you to be free too, Gran. Oh, hey, Gran. You fell asleep. It's me, Amy. I heard you had quite a fall. Are you feeling okay? You gave me quite a scare. Angela told me that you forgot to call for her when... Angela, she looks after you, Gran. Oh, Gran, it's okay. I know you hate hospitals, but everyone here is lovely and they're all looking after you. You're going to feel better soon. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rana. I'm from West London, and my monologue's a bit random. It's about post-it notes and showers, so I hope you enjoy. Hi, just checking in. Have you had a good day? My day, quite rough, but I don't want to come across like I have it so badly because I am okay. Today at the bus stop, a woman smiled at me. You know, you can tell when that eye squint because of the mask, yeah. Remind me to get those sticky notes. I don't like the green ones. If you were a sticky note, what sticky note colour would you be? I would definitely be orange. Why? Oh, because you know, it's like quite out there, but it's always the one people forget about. You know, you get the pastel pack and it comes in pink, blue, yellow, and green. And then there's the standard yellow ones. But you know, when you get an orange sticky note and you write, oh, I don't know, your to-do list or your essay deadline or something, it makes you remember it, you know? Don't you get that? Same with highlighters. Oh my God. I find that my orange highlighters are always the ones that need that little bit more force, or then they'll run out because they're turning a bit faded. I actually do have an essay due next Monday. I titled it, How to Have the Best Time in the Shower. I know, a bit graphic, but not to the point it's inappropriately explicit. Just, why would someone want to read that, you know? Yeah, I do. But I think I wrote it because I had this one shower and I just felt so free. Like, I appreciated the wash you get me. I fully absorbed the water. And when I finished, it felt like I've accomplished something and I was itching to get on with my day. Wait, not literally itching, but just felt so motivated.
Hi, I'm Faye. I am in Guildford and I wrote my monologue about finding inner freedom and being present when my thoughts seem to take over. Can you hear it? No? Listen more closely. I used to come up here every morning. I would just stand here and breathe and try to gather my thoughts. You're not good enough. No, you're enough. Actually, you too much. One morning, I was sitting on that bench over there when I heard it for the first time. It was weird because I realized that that sound wasn't new to me. In fact, it seemed very familiar. I tried to remember where I'd heard it before. The next morning I came back and I heard it again, but this time more clearly than before. Now it's all I hear. And you know what? Sometimes I can even hear it when I'm at home or at work. It's like that sound has become a part of me, and now I carry it with me wherever I go. It's the wind blowing through the leaves, the chirping of the birds in the trees, the soft humming of bees pollinating flowers, the sound of freedom. I've asked myself many times why I couldn't hear it before. I try to figure out what's changed since I started hearing it. And there it was. My thoughts. They are quiet now.
Hello, my name is Georgina Peters. I'm based in London. I live in London. And my monologue is basically about feeling trapped. So taking kind of a literal kind of interpretation of the stimulus being freedom and fighting for freedom. So yeah. I played their game. I followed their rules. I danced and told to their tune. They tell me to jump and I'd ask how high. Only because I thought it would get me somewhere, where I ought to be. I trusted their system and I trusted them to guide me. I truly believed that if I just did as they said, it would all be worth it in the end. And then I woke up. I woke up for the very first time and I saw their system for what it truly was. It wasn't properly tried and tested. It didn't deliver its promise. It was a nonsensical, ludicrous regime cloaked with their distorted view of logic. Drenched in curdled poison, reeking of betrayal, rancid with expired promise and woven with their lies. It was a fool's game. And I was sick of being the fool who played it. I was sick of being told what to do and where to go, who to trust and who to be, who to praise, who to please. Who were they to tell me what I shouldn't do, who I should become? I'm not some inanimate object or project to be worked on, nor some lump of clay to be stretched beyond its limit until it breaks apart. I'm not for molding, not for editing, not for any other form of correcting. I have my own thoughts and my own needs and my own desires and my own dreams, and it is my God-given right to at least be permitted to try to pursue them. So I'm not playing their game anymore. I will do what I decide to do, and I alone will determine who I will be.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm in Somerset, and I wrote my piece in light of recent dialogue around safety and women. The back roads behind my house are peacefully familiar to me now. I normally only enjoy things that I'm good at, but running seems to be an exception. My brother also runs, and I can't help but feel envious. This isn't because he's faster than I am, though that fact is also true. I see him crashing through the door afterwards, just as the sky starts to darken. I can't imagine running after sunset. I'm sure he was able to focus entirely on the path ahead of him, not taking constant darting glances over his shoulder. I can't. His bare shins are almost always streaked with mud, but mine never are. I can't wear shorts running. Too much skin. I'd be tempting fate too much for my own good. I wish that I could breathe, along with the birds nearby, without my chest tightening at the sight of someone coming towards me, to not see a van and wonder if I'll be in the back of it if I move too close. To be trusting, not fearful. And while I am so grateful for my body's ability to move my mind so fluidly away from my desk, I still wish that I could feel complete freedom when I run. Maybe this is too much to ask.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm based in London at the moment. So this monologue I've written is a bit about, I guess, frustration about stuff like Zoom and being stuck. So yeah. I want to smash every phone, screen, laptop, Get all these devices away from me, these toxic fucking machines. No more Zoom, no more thumbs up, no more memes, emojis, blue light. Get all this bullshit away from me, man. I want something real. I want to run naked in a field. Yeah, okay, maybe not a field because it's a bit cold right now, but you know, something a bit warmer, like a warm beach. Yeah. Too much has happened over the last year. Non-stop health issues, working 9 to 5, ups and downs. I need to disappear forever. I can't stay here. I want to see the world. Japan, Amsterdam. Fuck this place. I just need to get out. Go for a couple of days. You know, I've been meaning to travel, but life's dead. And I just need to leave my house and travel further than down the road for a change. Ride a roller coaster and feel like I'm falling safely. Life is so shit. This has lasted like over a year, and I just feel everyone's stuck. Like machines. Treated like cannon fodder. I know we haven't gone to war, but it feels we've had the effects of it almost. Without a choice, without a reason. That's not right. Are we dead? Is this a nightmare or something? Because I just hope it ends soon. Really soon.
There's this place where I go and I just sit. I sit and I try to forget about everything. About us. What happened and all the shit that comes with it. And for a moment, I feel this stillness. It's hard to describe, but I guess I just feel so loose. It's just me and the world for this small moment, and it's mine, and everything is gone, and life is at its purest form. It's as if all the things that were holding you back have just disappeared, and there is this clear route now that you couldn't see before. I know we can't see each other anymore. But take this with you. Even if it's just for a little while.
Hi everyone, my name is Heather. I'm in Southwest London at the moment, and my monologue is inspired by recent events regarding women's safety and their freedom. It's written from the perspective of a girl who is quite naive to the situation, and even though we'd like her perception to be real, in reality, yeah, as I said, she's quite naive and it comes at a cost. So yeah, thank you. You're being so dramatic, Jen. Oh, you always do this. You always start nagging and you put a shit start to my night. I will be absolutely fine. I've walked to Kairos 1,000 times. And yeah, no, I'm still here. I'm still here. So, oh dear. Which earrings? Oh, good. Right answer. Right answer. Look, I know you probably heard that rumor about that girl. But do you realise how many rumours are going around at the moment? They're saying that Danielle lost her virginity to Benny last week in the bush. And he didn't have any condoms, so they had to use a plastic bag. So, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't worry about what you hear. Is this dress too short? Actually, no, don't ask that, because I know you're just going to say yes. Right, I'm going. I'm not even going to text you when I'm there, you know. No, I'm not. Just to prove to you that this is all in your head. Actually, wait, I've got my vodka and I've got my alarm as well. Don't worry. Oh, dear. You're just letting them win, you know. Yeah, no, you are. Yeah. What kind of a sister sets that example? Yeah, you're just living in fear. You're going about girl power. Right, okay, I'm actually going now. Oh, and I'm going to walk back as well. The Uber prices, they just keep going up and up and up and up. It's costing my life savings just to get from A to bloody B at the moment. So, if you don't mind me, I'll see you about 2. Her dad wants us out by 1. So, yeah. Anyway, goodbye, Jennifer. I'll see you in the morning. If I make it, of course. Oh, love you. Thank you.
Hiya, my name's Jade. I'm from Liverpool, and my monologue is inspired by the feeling of being a teenager and breaking up from school for summer and just feeling like you can do anything. It's 2015. Sticky legs peel off plastic seats, and I burst out of beat up doors out onto a beat up field, and the sun is beating down on me and my friends. It's 2015 and it's the last day of school, and I am endless. There's a summer stretching out in front of me with infinite possibilities. I can do anything. I can be anyone. Mum and dad say I can be a doctor, which is a bit weird to me because I'm not really very good at science. And every time I get my period, I go a bit green when I see the blood. So I don't think I could cut someone's stomach open and pull out all the squiggly bits. But Mum and dad reckon I could. Or a writer. Mr. McCarthy reckons so too. Every time we do creative writing, he always picks mine to show to the rest of the class. And everyone glares at me dead jealous, but I don't care. He's the only one in that school who knows what he's talking about, and he reckons I can be a writer. And my best friend, she says I'm going to be an artist. And I asked her what type, but she said she didn't know. She just knew I was going to be an artist. It's a bit scary to have all these people believing in you, actually, because there's more people to let down if you can't do it. But they think I can do anything, so think I can do anything. I can do anything.
Hi, I'm Annabelle. I'm from Chelmsford, and my piece is inspired by kind of my first year in sixth form going to an all-boys school. So I was at my friend's last week. We were doing this Marvel marathon, obviously fancying Tom Hiddleston, but it was getting kind of late. So I got up to leave and she gives me this really weird look. And she goes, you're not walking home, are you? Yeah, why? Oh no, you can't. You never know who could be out there at this time of night. Okay, I'll get an Uber. Don't you remember last week when that Uber just kept asking me if I had a boyfriend? Right. No, I'll get the bus. No, remember that girl who got followed off the bus and then attacked by a group of boys? I ended up staying the night. I slept on the couch and we had cold pizza in the morning. It was actually pretty good. Anyway, I started at this new sixth form in September, at this really, really smart boys' school, and they're all really fucking sexist. I'm not kidding. Like, I was talking to this boy about why I don't really like to be called a bird, and he kind of just goes, bruv, you're such a feminist. Yeah, I am, and you're not. You don't believe in the equal rights of men and women. That's not what a feminist is. Feminists are just pro everything, pro gay, pro tranny, pro the gender of a dinosaur, pro literally everything, and you literally just get so easily offended, just like a feminist. Excuse me? You narcissistic little lying piece of... And I should probably stop there because it got a little bit nasty, but that's the perception, isn't it? If I don't think that catcalling is cute when I'm walking to school, and I don't really like it when the boy sitting next to me in math class asks me what size bra I am, then I'm just too damn easily offended. Right. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't really want to be a victim. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to be made a survivor. I do not want to be protected. I just want to be. That's not really reality. So, no, I don't want your empathy, your apologies, or your pity. I guess I want your anger, because I can't live the same life my brother can, and that really sucks. Does that even make any sense? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Layla. I'm from West London, and my monologue is inspired by the stress people put on themselves. For example, things like exam stress. What's the definition of free? Well, the Oxford Dictionary says to be able to act or be done as one wishes. If that's the case, I haven't been free in a long time. I'm not even sure how that feels anymore. People say this is meant to be freeing, but this has to be one of the places where I can't fulfill my wishes the most. I wouldn't expect you to understand. I mean, you're sitting there doing what frees you. But I've always got this fucking hand on my shoulder. It's not in the gentle, guiding way. You know, it's this hard grip steering me in its direction. Always looks so kind and genuine. No one questions it. It's just a helping hand. It's not literal oppression, just the most severe form in the most prettily painted way. Sometimes you forget it's even there. You just wake up to its autopilot because it's natural. You become so used to its restriction, it just feels like your choice. I guess I could say free is never having that hand on your shoulder. I honestly don't know.
Hi, my name is Teddy Wills. I'm from London, and my monologue is written from the perspective of an 18th century Caribbean prisoner of war who's being held in a castle in Britain by the English. Hope you enjoy it. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Sakafet, how are you? I was wondering if I could get some help. Some assistance, please. From anyone. You see, I am not from around here. I am a long way from home. Everything is unfamiliar. Ugh. Je suis désolé. Sorry for that. You see, I'm in a lot of pain. Can anyone please just spare me some food? It doesn't have to be much, but I've not had a proper meal in so long. You see, the conditions they keep us in are horrendous. I thought joining the war would be my way out, an exit from all of the pain back on the island. But it seems like wherever I go, some form of shackles await me. Whether chained to my masters or chained to the wall of a cell, their chains all the same. I thought being inclined to bondage was a direct result of the hue of my skin. But as you become aware of the wider world, you discover it is just human nature to restrict the freedoms of anyone who oppresses your ideals. How people can be so cruel. And the minority with the power has the audacity to call my people the savages when they decapitate each other over the most trivial means. At least, back on the island, I had the warmth of the sun and the view of the open ocean reminding me of a possible paradise across the sea. Mais ici et maintenant. But here I am now, thousands of miles across that very same sea, again confined to servitude and stripped of my freedom. Back there, we lived through struggle, but I had the familiarity of a place I called home. But then again, that home was forced upon me, just like this one. Here I am, captured by the English, but perhaps this is still my best and only option out of the living hell of the island. The many successes of the British and Spanish empires are well documented, but for some reason, the French don't come off quite as well. But then again, these successful histories are written by the greater European powers. And maybe if France were able to keep a better grip of their real estate, they wouldn't lose so many battles. Anyway, please, right now, I just need some bread. We can save the wine for later. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Lucy. I'm currently in Surrey, and my monologue is about the freedom of a safe place being taken away from those who are suffering from domestic violence and mental health issues. When I walk up the hill, a wave of pins prick through me. That is what it feels like. It swims up and down my body and swells in my stomach, and I shut my eyes really tight to stop it all free falling out of me. Nobody knows what's going on inside. The thumps and loud muffled noises don't go beyond from inside. I've got into this habit of counting the steps I take when I go up the hill. Step 193, step 194, and then someone goes, "Hiya!" Not to me. Step 195, "Hi, Ali." "Hi, Joan." Joan's a neighbour. She is nosy. Every Friday, she posts this community newsletter through everyone's letterbox, and it will list all the community current affairs. So it will be things like lost dogs or when she's going to plant the daffodils on the roundabout. And so we say our hellos. And then Joan just stares at me. And she asks, "Are you okay?" I feel my lips scrunch up like a ball of paper and move to the side of my face to stop any noise or air from coming out. I look past Joan and I see that her door is so freely wide open. And without even asking, I walked right past Joan and into her hallway. And I sat on her stair and I just looked out to her. Not a word was said. Not a panicked voice was uttered. Not a smack of bodies cut the stillness. No one ran to the door to stop any noise escaping because there were none. I didn't want to leave. And then Joan asked again, "Is everything okay, Ali?" And I really wanted to say, can I just stay for an hour? But I thought it was best for everyone if I just went home.
Wow, that was so good. I think everyone can agree that that was amazing, and what a way to end the performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I really love that we had loads of different themes in there, from like current political things that are going on at the moment to like really light-hearted, got some laughs, but got to reflect as well at some time. So I just really love the different moods and all the talent that we had, and everyone taking the effort to write their own monologues for this festival.
Yeah, and I think like especially writing your own thing can be a bit scary. So everyone who's done it for the first time today, like we just want to say massive well done, and we're all like so happy with everyone, and it's been a great evening. I loved it, and it was interesting.
It is a bit nerve-wracking, but well done to everyone for just getting out there and doing it. I know we all haven't performed in a while, so I think it was really nice to be able to just perform in front of some people in a really lovely supportive environment. But I know we're going to bring everyone in to say goodbye, and thank you for those who have watched for joining us and watching everyone's work today. So thank you.
Thank you.